Hey everyone, my name is Anna Rubino. I will be talking to you today about competing in hare scramble racing. I'm sure we've all ridden a dirt bike at some point in our lives, and if not, I am so sorry you've missed out. I raced motocross and arena cross at the local level, and I raced Seadras, full gas enduros, hare scrambles at the regional and national level. I raced for about 3 years, and after I was done racing, I decided to work on power sports units and on-road motorcycles. I worked in different garages for about 2 years. Throughout 5 years in the industry, my biggest accomplishments were a championship at a local MX series, placing 4th in women's amateur class in the National Hare Scramble Series, and obtaining my bronze level Honda certification as a mechanic. My primary discipline was obviously hare scramble racing. Hare in hare scramble is actually spelled H-A-R-E, so you might as well be saying rabbit scramble racing. In a hare scramble race, racers line up on rows. These rows are determined by classes, and classes are determined by bike size, age, gender, and skill level. An average class has anywhere from 9 to 24 racers. Each row takes off from a dead engine start roughly 1 minute apart. After the class in front of you clears, you have a 10-second warning. The flag drops and you're off. Amateur races run for about 2 hours typically. Pro races run about 3. Most national tracks are about 10 to 15 miles, and your goal is to do as many laps as possible in this allotted time. A sport that involves maneuvering a motorized vehicle at high speeds through rough and unpredictable terrain obviously comes with some risks, injuries being at the top of this list. Throughout my short racing career, I've broken my hand, wrist, elbow, kneecap, leg, ribs, fingers, and toes. I've dislocated my fingers several times. Had countless sprains, severe bruises, gashes, cuts, scrapes, at least 3 concussions, and a broken helmet to top it all off. These are only minor injuries in the dirt bike world. Most of my friends in the community are made of metal. They have pins and rods for bones and barely functioning joints. Don't even ask me about their heads. The biggest risk that comes with racing dirt bikes at any level in any discipline is losing a loved one. The race community I was a part of lost at least 9 racers under the age of 25 in my time of being a part of it. Well, I've just listed some pretty horrendous risks that are probably making you question my sanity to even go near a dirt bike. I now must tell you why I love this sport. One of the major benefits of racing was learning independence. I learned how to work hard. I learned what it meant to train for a sport that was so expensive to compete in and took so much effort to get to. And I also learned how to sleep in my truck, not sleep for days, and eat out of cans without actually cooking the food, none of which I recommend. My favorite part of racing was the family and friends I gained. If you race the series consistently, you tend to see the same people every weekend. You make friends from other states and bond because you all love the same thing. As silly as it sounds, you become a family because you're all equally miserable while enjoying what we all love to do most. Last but not least, the most obvious of why we do it. It's fun. Going fast and almost falling because you hit a route wrong or perfectly locking in a rutted turn gives you an adrenaline high that's not comparable to anything else. I love the feeling of being on a dirt bike. In summary, hare scramble racing involves racing an off-road motorcycle for 2 to 3 hours through brutal terrain for several miles. There are several risks involved in the sport, but with anything that has risks, there are also benefits. While the risk seems high, if you, like me, believe the benefit outweighs the risk, I highly recommend trying a race at some point. Even if it's not at the national level, sign up for a local race. You'll meet some of the nicest people you've ever met. Keep an open mind. You'll witness some of the most phenomenal athletes you've ever encountered. Thank you.